Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the latest Manchester United news. Breaking news: Glazers to announce the new owners of Manchester United next week. Now, listen, will it happen? I don't know, but it's breaking news anyway. So I hear, bad hair that I'm having, anyways. But listen, you know, here will be the new owners next week. The Glazers are set to announce it. They're still in battle, finalising details, all that stuff. I'll read the news out now in a few. But let us know who you like as the new owners of Manchester United and why. I'm pretty sure many will say Qatar. I know the reason why. I don't think it's rocket science. But if you want Ratcliffe, let us know because that's a big one. It's weird. If any Manchester United fan says you want Ratcliffe, it's like why? But if it's a Qatar, it's like yeah, you're cool, you're alright, you're chill. As well. But listen, I'm gonna read it out and then we're gonna go through it as well. So let us know who you'd like as the new owners, as I said, and why. But we'll start off with Mike Keegan coming out and saying, I think he was the first to come out and kind of break this news as well, to be honest. So yeah, we have both bidders in the battle for Manchester United are finalising deal details with the club sellers with a long-awaited decision on exclusivity finally expected later this week. Ratcliffe's Ineos Alpha had appeared to have nosed in front, but those acting on behalf of Sheikh Jassim, who at one stage had thought they had lost. We all thought they lost at one stage, let's be fair. Now they feel that they are very much in the game. So he came in. What was it? It was a Friday or Saturday or maybe Thursday, but I forget what day it was. The Glazers were talked to. I can't even pronounce it. Al Khalifi. Anyways, the PSG kind of owner. Anyways, I can't pronounce his name for the life of me. Um, they basically were trying to get him to improve Sheikh Jassim's bid, Qatar bid, and basically he came out and said he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. PSG is his club. He wants to stick with that, and that's pretty much all. Which is a bit obviously the Glazers maybe prefer to sell it to Qatar, which is good. Of course, they're going to want more money, which is greedy, but it's the Glazers, isn't it? So they're just trying to get every bit of money. And again, they want the money. So they don't seem. It's like they just don't want to have anything to do with the club anymore. The Glazers, which they're still the owners now, and you swear we've had no owners for the past 17 years or so, uh, as well. So it is. This has been going on for not November. Now we're in June. Like that's a long time. Like I thought we would have new owners by December. Not even December, but April. April was probably I think April was, people thought, right, we're going to have new owners then. That'll be that. We still don't have new owners and it's in June. Teams are still out, but teams are buying players. I think Tottenham are going in to get David Raya. Liverpool have gotten Alexis McAllister. Man City are going to buy Kovacic. I think they're going to get Kovacic. They're Aston Villa are getting Tielemans and all these players, and we still haven't decided who new owners are. So, will we get the new owners before the pre-season? Will we get the players Ten Hag wants them before the pre-season? Listen, it's the 11th of June, so you never know. The pre-season starts next month. I think it's sometime next month, anyways. As well. So you could say you're leaving it tight. You could say that you're leaving it tight if you're doing that. But unfortunately, we have the Glazers who want 6 billion, which the club probably isn't even worth 6 billion. That I'm not Manchester United fan. Maybe if the club was run properly, you could say, yeah, right, fair enough. Maybe it is, but 6 billion, come on. But listen, obviously there's still more news to read out as well. But we all know if you want to compete with the best, if you want to compete with Man City, who unfortunately won the treble yesterday, we're still the only team to win the proper treble. Let's be really honest here. But without cheating. But if you want to be that or be better than that, you're gonna have to bring in people like Qatar. But we'll move in anyways. Soldier and Ratcliffe's people had been in advanced talks with Ren for a number of weeks, but insiders have disclosed there was something of a breakthrough with Sheikh Jassim after his latest bid. So that's good. for us anyways, if you want Qatar, that Jim Ratcliffe thought he was in the clear. He thought, lovely, this is me. I'm going to be new owner of Manchester United soon. And then Sheikh Jassim thought, I'm not giving up. Obviously, that take it or leave it offer that was coming out last week, again, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know. We haven't got no clue what's going on behind the scenes. Let's just throw it out there. We're just getting told this. So Ratcliffe, not Ratcliffe, Sheikh Jassim maybe could have put in a big bid, not a big bid, but a decent bid. The Glazers could have maybe I like this bid. Was it the 6 billion? Are they gonna accept? I think it was like six. It was so. I think I seen something like six. It was in dollars, and it was like 6.5, $6.7 billion, or something like that. I could have been wrong, but that was dollars. Which, if you maybe convert that into pounds, then maybe it's not enough. But the Glazers, listen, I don't care. I was getting to the stage where I want Qatar, and you get a few people on fan channels going to be like, "Oh, I don't know who I want." I'm going to be straight here. If I want my club competing at the top, it has to be Qatar. Money's the way to go, which is a shame that money's taken over football. But it's how it is, isn't it? I mean, if you're bringing Ratcliffe, we're probably going to be in the same situation that we are in now, or maybe in a worse situation in 5 years. With Qatar, if you bring Qatar, we could be in a better situation in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. We'll say 3 to 5 years. That could be that, but with Ratcliffe, not hating on the fella, because in all fairness, before Sheikh Jassim was even interested, or I think it was just Jim Ratcliffe. When it was just Jim Ratcliffe, it was just right. I will take Ratcliffe. Manchester. So-called Manchester United fan. Obviously, he wanted to buy Chelsea, so some people are questioning whether he is. He wanted to put the Manchester back into Manchester, which is weird, but there you have it. It's always easier said than done. Then it came out saying, if I buy the club, if I get 60% or 60 or 70, whatever percent of the club, he'll then buy 100% of the club in the next 3-4 years. Which, to be honest, that I read that and I was like, that's all crap. He buys the club. I mean, the Glazers. I'm sure when the Glazers bought the club, they said all this, promised this and that. It always is easier said than done. That's why when I always talk about the ownership news, I'm like, there's pros and cons about this. There's pros about there's some, not more, there's not many, but there's some pros about Ratcliffe. I'll say this to make it easy. There's more pros and cons. Sheikh Jassim have more pros than Ratcliffe, and Ratcliffe has more cons than Sheikh Jassim. Again, he has money. He said he's going to clear all the debt. He'll back the manager. He'll improve this. Whatever he'll do. He'll do whatever he can to Old Trafford, whether that's knock it down and build a new one, or redevelop it. Just improve the stadium. And then he'll improve the women's kind of side. Their facilities and stadium and that. And then obviously he'll improve Manchester United stadium facilities, and but he'll back basically both the managers and stuff like that. And he'll hopefully listen to the fans, which it sounds all good. And hopefully, if he does take over, he does that. When you look at the debt, like it's in a right state. I mean, that's probably doesn't want to give the 6 billion, because then if he gets the 6 billion, then it's great. I mean, listen, if he's gonna, they have enough money, Qatar. He probably is more than capable of buying the club, giving the Glazers 6 billion. He's probably more than capable of giving 6 billion straight out done. But he's not dancing to the Glazers tune, which, fair play. We know that the Glazers are greedy. Hold on, any more news? No, I thought it was more news there. As well, so it is a bit of an interesting one to see what happens. But Sheikh Jassim seems to be the favourite now. Seems to be in the lead. I'm sure Ratcliffe is not going to give up. I feel like if he takes over, it'd be ridiculous. The fans won't be happy with it. We'll have to live with it. unfortunately. But people would just stick with the Glazers for God's sake. But that's just what I think. But I feel like you have to bring in Qatar now if you want to compete with the top. Yeah, you do. You have to compete with Qatar. It's simple as that. There's no You have to if you have to compete with Qatar, you have to bring Qatar in. Big up Edjar. How's things, mate? Hope you're well. Um, as well. So that I'll read out some more. This is from the Times Sport, which I'm not sure if he's legit, like Mike Keegan's or whatever. Um, but he also said they were fair better off Manchester United with me next week, which is the week coming, which we know that. He also says Sergio Ratcliffe had initially submitted an offer for the 69% stake of Manchester United held by the Glazers. However, it appears the figure is now closer to 60%, with an opportunity for the Glazers to remain a stake as a means of investment. So again, went from 69% to 60%. So yeah, I mean, you just get turned off at Ratcliffe, when you see this stuff like that. Like I remember when it first came out. I think it was like the fourth set of bids ever. The fourth set of bids ever, I think it was. It was Ratcliffe. What's he going to do? He's going to put the Manchester back into Manchester. He's supposedly Manchester United fan. He's going to do this and that, blah, blah, blah. There wasn't anything there that he was buying 60% of the club then. We all thought he was buying 100% of the club at the time. We did. We thought 100% of the club is what he's going to buy. And then he doesn't have enough money. So if he doesn't have enough money to buy the club, well then why in God's name should we trust this fella to get us back to the top, to get us back to being one of the best teams ever? Do you know what I mean? Because as much I hate to bring them back up, Man City, back to them again. Look at them, what they done last night. Yeah, they might have cheated away too, but they done it. That's not going to stop, right? That's behind us now, anyways. Hopefully, you look at your Real Madrid, your Paris Saint Germain's. Liverpool are going to be back up there somewhere. Obviously, they're not sure if the Liverpool fans and their owners are kind of on good terms, but in fairness to the Liverpool owners, again, hate giving compliments. If Klopp wants a player or whatever it is, Klopp gets that. Where you look at Ten Hag, he wanted Frankie de Jong last year. Again, was that Frankie de Jong being greedy, or was that the Glazers being greedy? I don't know, but Ten Hag had to go right. Second choice. I mean, you look at like some of the players that we're looking at now. You're looking at Kim Min-jae, who's the backup. That guy that we were interested in. I think it's the OC or something like that. Just there's backup options there. So Ten Hag has Plan A. Yeah, that the Asi guy. So there's Ten Hag actually has to have backup options. Not many managers would have backup options. Like not many managers would look at it and say, right, I want Kim Min-jae, but if I don't get him, who am I going to get? We don't even know how much Ten Hag has to spend. Ten Hag probably has a good idea, but we don't. The players that we're interested in, Hoyland, Harry Kane, Mason Mount, Kim Min-jae. They're the four, and a goalkeeper. I'm always reading Diogo Costa, but I don't think we'll get Diogo Costa. I can't see us getting any goalkeeper. I suppose we're looking at Jordan Pickford, which I don't know why. I don't think Pickford England's number one, but still, no, just I don't want Pickford. As well, listen, we know if Qatar come in this summer, they're not going to give right Ten Hag, there you go, there's 500 million, go all out, splash the cash, 300. Obviously they'll have to because of FFP. That's in the way. That's in the way. Of but you can see why. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know where it was when City was around. When City really decided to go big. But listen, that's that. So it is a bit of an interesting one. It's a bit of a weird one, but you just hope that Qatar do take over. You do, and I know some would say, "Oh, yeah, you want Qatar taking over?" Oh, obviously, this. I think if any Manchester United fans watching, which more than likely there is, right? More than likely there is, you're going to agree with me that you want Yeah, and I mean, I also put a poll in the chat as well. Vote if you haven't already, and there's been 100% Sheikh Jassim. So the Manchester United fans have spoken. They have spoken, and they've spoken since. That's the thing. Like again, some would say a split fan base, but I think I know some. We have our history. Right? We haven't bought any of our history. Right? We bought it through Fergie, brilliant manager. You cannot overrule that guy. You know, you can't. That's just my opinion. So that's not being biased, but um, Qatar is because imagine if we bought Ratcliffe in. I mean, actually, look at Newcastle. Actually, look at them. Look at their owners. I know Eddie Howe, which is ridiculous. But suppose he only has 75 million to spend this transfer window. I mean, is it true? I don't know, but that's ridiculous. And they have rich owners as well. So I don't. I mean, listen, Sheikh Jassim, you'd expect him to back Ten Hag. 100, 200 million every transfer window, right? You might get, I don't know, maybe 80, 100 million to spend in January, maybe 250, maybe 300. I doubt it in the summer. So that's what could happen. But I mean, I'm sure as much as United fans are fed up. I mean, God knows what could happen. I could be sitting here next week saying, oh, this day next week or whatever. Let's say let's show a day and Thursday. I feel like we're gonna hear more about this on Thursday. I just don't know why. It's near the end of the week. It's just it's there. It's in the middle. I feel like that's when we'll hear. So let's show Thursday in, and we could probably be in the same situation, waiting for an announcement, and we don't get it until another 2 weeks, 3 weeks after that. So, I mean, we have to know who the new owners are before the uh, the tour. Before the players go on tour. The tour, the US tour, and they go to Oslo, then they go to America, then they're going to Dublin, which I will be going to that match. Hopefully we have new owners then. That'd be brilliant. But no, it is mad. So we need to know. Like I'd say we have to know at least by the 20th of June. The 20th of June, we have to know then. Which it's the 11th now, so it's only 9 days away. But if we haven't got new owners by the time the players are back and are going on the pre-season tour, God knows, will we even get anyone? Will Ten Hag get what he wants? You know, you'd like to be optimistic and say, he will get what he wants. Ten Hag will get the back, and he will get this, he will get that. But you just don't know. You just don't know because I mean, look, Hedgehog there, which is a good point. Did you about to say? Says Glazers need to sell the club fast because we are running out of time. Exactly, I couldn't agree with you more. That's what I'm saying, and I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. We need to get new owners before the pre-season tour. Like we do, we have to get new owners before we go on the pre-season tour. If we don't, if we don't have new owners by the pre-season tour, I worry. I actually worry because then it's so annoying that we're still in the same situation. With the Glazers still here, still being greedy. Typical. That's just typical. That's just being greedy because he wants 6 billion. But I think it's getting to the stage where I feel like last week I thought, yeah, Ratcliffe's taken over. Me and Rahil done a show, and I think it was the Friday. No, not the Friday, the Wednesday. Wednesday gone. We were both saying, yeah, Ratcliffe seems like it's going to be him because at the time we thought that Sheikh Jassim was not going to have anything to do with bidding or whatever. We thought he was just going to walk away after Friday, but he seems to be still there. I feel like, I mean, that's what, fifth, that's like 5 round of bids. And has Sheikh Jassim, 11th hour bid, you know, he has that up his sleeve. Um, but now I'm more confident that Qatar will be taking over now. I'm a lot more confident because I feel like Qatar will beating new owners. But again, that's what I think. I'm not getting that from any journalist that you have, which I might try and get one of the journalists you've had on actually, because I think it'd be a nice week to have someone come on. But you just don't know. You just don't know what to expect. You don't know what'll happen. But if just say next week, new owners, Manchester United, Arcatar, that'll be brilliant. That'll be brilliant because then Ten Hag, then they could come in, whatever it is, that could be done. I mean, I just hope there's not one. Oh, hold on, before they buy the club, you have to do a process. You have to do this. You have to do that. Blah blah blah. Just get them in. Glazers go. Qatar come in, sit down, relax, have a cup of tea, talk Ten Hag, say, listen, this is how much you have. This is what we're going to do. This is the deal, right? True, because I'm sure they won't do a Todd Bowley and go crazy and start sacking managers and stuff. Because I don't think we get a better manager than Ten Hag. There's better good managers out there, but to do a Ten Hag job, rebuild wise is what I mean. Look what he done with Ajax, so I doubt that'll be. I doubt Ten Hag will have to worry about his job. Yeah, so I was just looking at a football match here. That's why I stopped. But listen, we will go live obviously whenever ownership news breaks. But as I said, if just example, if Qatar come in, if we get told, here we go, Qatar to Manchester United, here we go, lovely stuff. Then Ten Hag can finally be like, right, here we go now. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Because Ten Hag needs to know how much he has. He has to know how much money he's getting, because I don't think anyone has a right clue. How much Ten Hag has to spend. Maybe he does know, but as I said, we're looking at 4 players. Say you say 3 key players, right? Kane, Mount, and Kim and Jae, right? And Highland's in there. Highland's in there. So that's the 3 we're looking at. Oh, 4, sorry, 4. Throw a goalkeeper in there if you want. Jordan Pickford, you can throw whoever you want in that. Diogo Costa, not Diego. Diogo Costa. We can throw them in there if need be. So that is them. But yeah, I can see Qatar coming in now. I really can. That's not me, just being biased, whatever. I actually can see Qatar come in. I mean, when you literally read out there that Jim Ratcliffe thought he was in the clear, thought he was in pole position. He thought he was there, and then Sheikh came in, offered a bid, and that kind of that was a breakthrough for him. So you would expect that Qatar are maybe in pole position, but you never know. You never know. This is news at the end of the day. I'm sure we'll get a lot more news now before the end of the day as well. And you'll definitely get a lot of news next week, but it's just going to be an interesting week. It really, really is a big week, and I know I've said that in the past shows and past ownership shows and whatnot, but I personally think that this is the big week. This is it. Like just be counting down the days. Every day you be refreshing Instagram, Twitter, everything. You really, really would as well. But listen, that I think we'll end it there. Please like, comment, and subscribe button. Let us know in the comments who like us the new Manchester United owners and why. Do you want Sheikh Jassim? Do you want Qatar or Sheikh Jassim, or would you look elsewhere? Let us know in the comments, and follow all our socials. Links in the description, and links in the description. You can see a few under me there as well. But we'll go live whenever news is out. Big news. Hopefully this is a big week. Transfer news, ownership news. Hopefully it's a good week. Distracts us from a certain team doing a treble. But listen, that's that. But listen, like, comment, and subscribe button, and we will speak to you on the next one. Have a good one. A few big shows as well coming next week as well. You know, season reviews and all that good stuff. And we did a Keep by Sell. We didn't do one, but Keep by Sell's another show we'll do. But we did a Kane versus Osman head to head. So check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, speak to you on a bit. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Have a good one.